single head pump filler is designed to be versatile and easy to use. The filler can be set up to fill alone, manually, or can be added to additional components for an automatic filling system. Feeding and accumulation turntables are mounted on locking casters for portability. Standard conveyors feature aluminum frame construction, and stainless steel is also available. Nozzle tips come in an assortment of different sizes and simply snap on or off. Changing containers is a quick and easy process. This pump filler can fill products with viscosities ranging from water-thin to heavy creams, lotions, or oils. Product testing is available and strongly recommended to specify the proper pump and fill head assemblies. The filler can be configured with a self-priming pump, making bulk product supply simple. If the filler is to be set for manual filling, a simple pneumatic foot switch can start each fill cycle. To power up the machine, turn on the main disconnect, and if the e-stop is activated, rotate the knob to activate the controller. The main control screen shows the machine's current status and provides access to the system parameters. At the top of the main screen, Fill Units displays the current fill cycle pulses and may be increased or decreased by pressing I or D. This number controls the volume of product that will be dispensed. Underneath the fill units is the total production counter, which can be reset by pressing and holding the reset button for 4 seconds. Pressing the displayed fill units number brings up a numerical keypad in which numbers can be entered directly. From the main control screen, pressing Next enters the main setup screen. Pressing Main returns to the main control screen. Pressing Config enters the secondary control screen. The secondary control screen has 3 toggle buttons to manually enable or disable primary filler functions. The first button toggles off and on the pin indexing function. The second button toggles off and on the product supply pump. The third button toggles off and on the container available eye, sometimes referred to as the bottle in place eye. Pressing Previous returns to the main setup screen. From the main setup screen, pressing the Set Timers button enters the first timer setup screen. Both timers on this screen may be directly entered by pressing the displayed time, which brings up a numeric control pad. The index timer sets the amount of time a container needs to clear the indexing gate when using a powered conveyor. The delay fill sets the amount of time after an indexing cycle before the filler begins to fill. Pressing Next enters the second timer setup screen. The index delay sets the amount of delay after a fill cycle until the indexing cycle begins. The float delay sets the amount of time between when the float calls for product and when the supply pump activates. Pressing Next enters the third timer setup screen. As with the other timers, the container available timer may be directly entered by pressing the displayed time. The container available timer is the amount of time which a container must be continuously blocking the container available eye, which is also known as the bottle in place eye. Pressing Next returns to the main setup screen. Press ASU to enter the automatic fill setup screen. After placing an empty container under the fill head, press and hold the ASU fill button to open the fill head and begin filling the container. Press Save to record the time and return to the main control screen. The fill units can be tweaked from the main control screen. Press Start to begin the filling cycle. On the front of the control box, toward the bottom, you'll find the digital speed pot indicating the current pump speed. The optimum speed for your product is determined by a number of factors, including the viscosity of your product and the product's foaminess. Also, narrow-necked containers, for instance, would require a slower fill speed to avoid splashover.